Hey everyone, Jeff here. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over a very sweet build with Lorian here while I'm working on the other characters. I've got 36 of 36 Averon, 18 of 18 Maris, 14, 0, 10, and 36 here. Still working on getting all of them and gear, but I currently have a nice setup for light armored characters, which I'll show in a second. If you don't want to skip to the gameplay, skip ahead a minute or two, you'll see it. But I just want to go over the build real quick. Talent-wise, the focus point here is this Basking Greatness talent, where your attack critical hits have a chance to trigger a strike power you have 3 times, which is kind of ridiculous, considering we're going to be critting a lot because we have 10% attack crit chance on marked targets, which we have a 30% chance to apply, and then we have a natural 4% crit everywhere else. And then if you pick up the Fate's power, there's one that gives crit. I forget what it's called to your attacks. It's really good. And then we're using also Flash of Inspiration, which makes your attack hits, not crits, just any attack hit, have a chance to trigger a random cast you have, which is ridiculous. I'm also using Innate Prescience and Prestige. I'm not using Enchanted Arrows, but only because my intention is to get Time and Warp Strike very specifically. We should have enough alteration dice for it. My gear setup, I'm using a terrible bow to show this off, but it does have high DPS and good attack speed and range, which is important. This ridiculous black lamp I showed yesterday, it's insane. I got this since then. 32 XP gain, 23 cooldown reduction, expert offers life. It's basically everything you want on a light character. I almost can't imagine replacing this. I'm also using this is new. We're gonna have less master offers and legend offers because of this, but it has 27 to all damage, 62 to attack damage, and then your attacks have a chance to trigger an additional attack, which seems good. And then life master offers, life evasion, life movement speed, and so on. And I've got a ring that has strike critical chance and strike projectile count, which is going to be really good for our tornadoes that we're going to be taking. So it's all planned out. You have to make it work. I forgot. We're going to also turn up the difficulty. So let's do it this way. What we don't want is enemies taking actions faster. That's bad. My current opinion of the game state is that you definitely want... I can turn on attack while... I can turn this up. You move slower while attacking. That's fine. Zinger blessed. Me at Miller's Ale House at 1 p.m. on a Thursday. Bosses use actions more often. Bad. Bosses have more missiles. Acceptable. Deal more damage. It's okay. Bosses have more life. Whatever. Minions and elites have extra barriers. We could deal with that. Predict your movement. This is actually brutal because you don't get a lot of points for that. Enemy aim. I'm just going to turn it up. I'm going to get this to 30 here. Enemy projectiles are faster. And we do not want enemies using actions more often if we can help it. So this is the max item rarity. We'll get 30. So, you know, this is my first time on D30 with this build specifically, but I imagine it should work. So there's a big difference between, you know, attack speed while, you know, standing still or moving. Baits to start with, you say, huh? It's very tempting to just take curiosity here, but considering what we're after, if we just take guidance, getting a 4% increased attack chance is kind of insane. So I will say, if you aren't planning on going time, or, you know, like a god who has a bounce attack, it may be worth considering. It may be worth considering putting one of your points into the projectiles bounce talent. Justice is incredible. It has broken legendaries. Inner Peace is a free win for the most part. And in addition to that, Light Rays is one of the best spells you can get. Do I want to take Reprisal? I think I actually will. For 2 reasons. I want to lock in Justice, right? And I also want to, you know, have that effect. I'm not sold on Mort yet. We are not taking Summer. Sorry. Okay, we can take a warped attack here. -1 projectile bounce. That's interesting. It's actually negative. Okay, I haven't actually played with 60% slower move speed. It's kind of crazy, but it's all right. It just means I got to manual attack this run. On last video, I was just auto-attacking the whole time. But it's all right. All right, so we're looking for light rays specifically. I guess we can upgrade reprisal. That's a significant boost. But light rays, and we are looking for Legong. Legong is also very important to this build because he does a lot of the strike stuff. Tornadoes being the best. Guidance, please. Now, we do actually have to get a strike and a spell, like, for our things to go off like we want them to. But once we get going, it should be all right. So, I do think, especially as you push difficulty levels, you need some gear with a lot of HP on it. Some of the damage just seems to be unavoidable. Oh, Nin. Rush me. I can't take it. Well, that is a malady. So here's the thing, right? Malady plus reprisal plus warped attack. We can get sickles. We did sickles last time, though. I really don't want to run that back. It's hard to pass. You know, we can try it. You know, part of the deal is you don't always get the gods you want. And if it doesn't go well, then it don't go well. But I think having 2 points into reprisal already is like a sign. Oh, there's inner peace. Well, we did talk about free wins and whatnot. I don't know if it's entirely a free win. Edie's an easy pick. But because of starting with so much HP, it certainly helps. I don't actually think we needed it. And for here, I don't even want Day of Judgment. I want Light Rays. Because what you're going to see happening is we're going to be casting a lot. The more enemies there are, basically. Because it's not supposed to be attacking quite as fast as it is already. Like, it's already going off. All right, well, whatever, game. I guess we win, okay? Like, I get it. We win. That's cool. I appreciate you, like, breaking the bid. I'm gonna have to take off my legendary offer stuff to make videos, I guess. Lachi, you want to hit me with some guidance? Oh, yes. Yes? All right, well, now I'm compelled to win. If I lose this, I look foolish with vampirism and inner peace. So here's the thing, right? Inner peace is broken, but not just because of the healing. It's basically become like a better way of gaining XP. Our passive XP gain is absurd because of it. We get literally... We get 0.4 XP per point of life, and we have 0.3 life regen a second, which is... Someone can do the math for me. I feel like that's over an XP a second we just got for free, which is like a piece of gear. Like, 1.2 XP is like what a decent piece of gear gives you. But I may be doing the math wrong. Energy missiles goes absolutely insane here. That's fine. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, this is what I was talking about. So normally what you'd want to do this with is tornadoes, because it's also some crowd control and does a lot of damage. I'm also a fan of just spamming magic missiles. Again, this is solely because of this talent here. Attack crits are triggering a random strike 3 times. It also has chance for more powerful skills is diminished. I don't know exactly what that means. I would like some clarification entirely on that. But for now, what we're gonna do is lean into light rays and that. And I think we're gonna be okay. Having the reduced attack speed, I will say, really hurts shrine gain. All right, I'm sorry, reduced movement speed. It's pretty bad. This is like a free execution, I think. So here's the thing, right? With what we're doing right now, I don't really think we would need vampirism or inner peace to win this. Those are just bonuses. I don't also really want to take adept soul stealers here. We'll upgrade execution to expert. That's fine. As I mentioned in the last video, it seems to be like focusing on, you know, upgrading the spells that you're, you know, constantly using is more effective. Like, look at this. 200 more damage and the cooldown's lower, albeit we're cheating the cooldown, which is kind of like why this is so broke. It's you're basically like cheating things into play. For like a magic perspective, we're like playing like Through the Breach or something right now, or Tinker. That's what we're doing for my magic players, and it's incredibly broken. Eclipse is fine. I think we just take Reprisal though. Like, we have Malady, so 36% chance for enemies to get smited while they're attacked. Like, our defenses are insane, our offense is insane. I'm also scouting common items because I low-key, there is a unique common that gives you more master offers for each common you have. There's also a unique relic called the Pin or something like that that gives you 300% damage if you don't have a weapon. So I'd be trying to cook with that. Let's... Oh, Purification's ridiculous. When an enemy loses status, there's a chance it becomes smited. So when it becomes unsmited, it's just going to become smited again? That seems a little unfair. I will reroll. I will reroll. Are we sickling? It's like not great. We could just take Necromancy to get it out of the pool. Sure, whatever. Fine. We will be summoning some skeleton boys, that's for sure. I would like to continue upping light rays. Honestly, Celestial Wings, not terrible. Being able to move a little bit faster. Influence? No. No. We could just upgrade Necromancy a little bit and play with it. You never know. We're not really built to be a summoner, but it's free damage. Energy missiles. Energy missiles. It was crazy. Honestly, upgrading Warped Attack would be good too. One thing that's definitely changed is that if you get a master level attack, even expert level attack, you can pretty handily carry the game off your basic attack if you lean into it. Like, reminder, I'm using a blue tier 2 bow here, not anything fancy. There is a mythic unique bow that I want to get that basically breaks this game in half. Like, it's for this build. It's built on... It basically casts tornadoes naturally. This feels like life, because it scales with inner peace. Make an argument for luck there as well, but I just don't think we need it. So basically the reason I'm showing this off today, in addition to the fact that I'm still like figuring out the best way to make the other builds work and like get the gear for it, and obviously farming talent points, is this is a pretty strong build if you want to farm, you know, stuff for your other characters. I'm gonna take, we could take cooldown reduction, it's not bad. I think honestly dash recharge speed is gonna be better so we can move around. First boss is gonna get absolutely riggedy rocked here because we have bouncing projectiles. As soon as he becomes the only one left. It's another reason I think tornadoes is probably a little bit better because it can shotgun and it's like a bunch of projectiles. I can't run away, I'm slowed. You have been slowing me. A lot of incoming damage there, but we handle these easily. No talent points, unfortunately, but you know. It is what it is. I don't love this. Truly. Gonna roll away. Temporal Lord? But like, what if we just took... Okay, I'll take Temporal Lord, but taking magic missiles there is probably better. Summoning Greatsword of Sovereignty. Oddly, Scotty is one of the two main summoner characters, so that could be good. I just, like... This is so unexciting, but whatever. Again, this is why Mort was not the third god you wanted. You definitely wanted, Legong. But vampirism is pretty good. Execution is obviously fantastic. Can't really be upset about those things. We continue with Light Rays because it's just a huge source of DPS. It's probably the second best cast spell from what I've seen so far. In early estimation, the first one being Time Field, the new and improved all-around monster spell that literally does crowd control and insane damage all in one. Yeah, I don't think it does as much damage as Light Ray, but pretty good. Meteors is fine too. Black Snake, I don't know. I don't think it applies Curse. If that thing applied Curse, it might be better. Might be better than more cast. That is a Pandemonium. That gives us Reprisal upgrade, Warped Attack upgrade, Guidance upgrade, Piety upgrade, Execution, and Lifeline. That's enough. For the record, that is also Guidance to 14% crit. Yeah, that's pretty good. pretty decent buff there, I would say. So, other things we found, there's basically an Averon build who's semi-immortal, like he just doesn't take damage. It is hard to get him to do damage in that state. I mean, I feel like this is an easy just take time field at Master. Like, time field Master is so good. And we just continue our absolute onslaught of all the other characters. I do think the basic attack of this guy seems a little strong relative to the stats of the melee characters. Feels like he just gets like a more, right? Like he's like faster attacking Maris. Like I did have a run with Maris where her attacks hit a extremely large area, so I was just swarming with it. Like using Warp Strike to blow up everything. Unfortunately, I think Warp Strike is still easily the best attack, and it might not be close. We'll have to see. Your cast lasts longer is pretty good, but we'll continue with the time field. You know, there's still a lot of things to parse out. It's only been 2 days, right? Tough to judge it in 2 days, although I will say this is a pretty amazing shot we have right here. I'm going to roll to get a master offer here. Hey, we got it. Could take Day of Judgment. Could also just take Celestial Wings. Day of Judgment's pretty good, though. Yeah. Day of Judgment's good because we're using Magic Missile. Magic Missile's not very good AoE, but it's really good single target, and Day of Judgment like covers that for us. If we were pushing difficulty, that would make more sense. This is probably Soul Stealers. We used Sickles last time. Yeah, it's also a better boss killer. I am not going to sacrifice a random blessing. I'm going to take... I am going to take the stats there. Ow! Does that do like a percentage of health? What the hell? It took like over 100. That's unreal. All right. These Soul Stealers. Don't really care about Necromancy. We have nothing that buffs our summons, and like, why bother, right? That might also be one of the bigger changes. Okay, take this. The fact that your gear and talents influence so greatly, because it's like a different multiplicative bucket, right? If you played an action RPG, you know, like play Path of Exile, you know, different damage buckets do more damage because they're multiplicative instead of additive. It ends up in a point where, you know, getting things in different damage buckets ends up being significantly more. It's the reason why in Balatro you can get to like hundreds of chips, or maybe a couple thousand chips, but you can get to E multipliers, right? Because you multiply things multiple times and whatnot. I don't know who needed to hear that. I'm sure everyone watching this channel knows, but if you didn't, now you do. Anyways, the point is that because of that, take Celestial Wings up. Because of that, since talent tree stuff is in a different bucket, that's a unique bow on the ground, isn't it? 815, 100 range, 50 projectile velocity, 11.3 attack crit chance, huh? 11.3? Wonder if this is gonna mess it up because it's gonna shoot too fast. What is our base attack crit now? 4? No, attack crit. 26? Okay. Maybe I should upgrade Warp Strike a little bit. Anyway, but the reason is like that has fundamentally changed how this is played, where each build will take cast area up. It's good for both these things. You really want to lean into whatever you're going for. You can still use other stuff and that'll be effective. But if you want to really push the difficulty, you gotta make a build, you gotta lean into the right spells, and then have like the right support. So this game is really pushing into the ARPG feel a lot more. Obviously, it's still very much a bullet heaven. Survivor, you know, it's still Survivor-like, but it's really starting to cross the line into ARPG right now. Just like a run-based ARPG. And quite frankly, I'll take 20 max. The foundation here, I think, is so strong that they can basically do whatever they want. The effects of your strikes last long, like, I guess it makes Soul Stealers last longer. It's kind of whack. It takes stillness, make our cast last longer. It's raise and time field. I don't know. Mediocre upgrades. This is what happens when you lose all your dice, right? Dice are powerful. Why every character gets some number of them at the start, at least 4 alteration dice. It's pretty good. The Insect Queen, well, you know. She's no Chimera Ant, that's for sure. And if she is, well, she's certainly no Meruem. If that's how you say his name. I've always been iffy on that one. Is she being shielded? What's happening? Was she just immortal there? Because she was getting lit up. Hi. You can't lock on. Oh, she's trying. Oh, she's trying. I think she was trying to phase transition, but she couldn't because she was perma-stunned. Because of reprisal into the other thing. Yeah, this is a disgusting run. Big head. Big head, you say? Time field? Oh, it is a big head. No. Strong as stone, dumb as stone. Well, there's a unique that we'll hold on to and probably never use. Minus 40% XP is, quite frankly, one of the worst negatives I've ever seen. 300 armor is a lot. Maybe there's some type of build out there for it. I just don't. That's so much. We take Celestial Wings. Probably fine. Trying to cut into that attacks or movement speed debuff. Because I have auto attack on right now. Not even gonna pretend to lie about it. I am fully auto attacking. Summons deal more damage. What if they didn't? what if I just let them be? I will take move speed. Oh, one thing I have found. There are some super rare shrines. There's a snake shrine that poisons you, right? And gives you a poison attack. There's also like a Queen Cobra super giant shrine that gives you like absurd stats. I found it when I was farming talent points for Averon. I'm not gonna say what it gave me because it's I don't want to spoil anything, but it's like crazy. I'm assuming it's the rarest one here, like in this act, because of how powerful it was. But know that there are some oh, Gemini. Our attacks don't need projectile, don't need rain or whatever, don't need area. It's just free projectiles. So my point is that there are, in fact, I'll take infinite pull area for 90 seconds. This seems good. There are, in fact, some absolutely insane shrines out here that could basically win you a run by themselves. You know what? It was strong enough. It was pretty close. It was pretty close to doing that. We'll take Soul Stealers. I also like that mythic items now have a spot on the radar. This is a really nice touch. I'm gonna contrast that by something that's like super not a nice touch, and that is pressing the refund button and then resetting the talents of every character instead of only a single character. I don't understand why that's the thing. I don't know if that... I feel like that can't be the intention of it, but it's really annoying. Mayhem me at... I don't even know where we are. I'm just taking it. Whatever. 17 minutes. The hand gave me a level. It gave me a hand. Nice. Nice. The devs are real jokesters. If you look at the, you know, if you're to play Elden Ring and like look at the item descriptions, you'd be like, oh, amazing lore. Let me go watch a 7-hour YouTube video on this by Vita. But if, you know, you read the description on these, you're going to be like, well, this is a hilarious joke that, you know, maybe... Maybe sometimes they're a little dumb. They're like some bad puns, some bad whatever, but they're all pretty entertaining, honestly. And I am here for it. I'm here for the nonsense. I mean, honestly, we're just all 30-year-old toddlers, right? Energy missiles? I am going with energy missiles over warped attack right now. I don't know that that's the correct thing, but it doesn't really matter. Build is going to rock the Jinn like it's Jafar from Aladdin 2. I'll take cooldown reduction, I guess. Doesn't matter. Soul Stealers me. It's hard to say how good we would have done like defensively because of the move speed debuff without Inner Peace or Ramperism. But at the same time, it's not too hard to get enough legend offers to get all that stuff. Like, tier 2 gear gives you a lot. It might not always be too easy to get legendaries. But again, 80% more level up offers. But again, this is 30 of 100 possible difficulty, so we will be pushing it for sure as I progress. But for right now, this is farmland. More adept offers, I guess. Sure. Is that purple or is it blue? I have a hard time seeing between blue and purple. My color blindness shows up. First strike? Yeah. I don't know how much that matters, but it can't be bad. We're full. We're full. 100% summon damage, huh? Basically, I'm just looking for blues that I had, or... I will never need these boots because light armor is shareable. I also have to go through my stash because it is currently a complete disaster and there's so much gear that's entirely useless now. You really don't... I think we really have enough stash space for quite a while. The good news is... Well, the good news, I keep saying that, but like... One of the things that's pretty cool is I found quite a few unique items now that seem to like lead into doing nonsense. Like one makes it 30% more likely to find fates. One lets you have all the gods. Like they're putting in fun uniques, and because of the system, they're being able to put in more fun uniques. Screw you and your Inferno, Mr. Jin. You can't drop a unique. That's disappointing. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of this. I don't think I need that. And then summon damage and adept offers. I might use that. I will not be using it. Well, gotta say, it did not disappoint. And this was not the strong version of the build. This is a medium version of the build because we did not have tornadoes or hurricanes. But, wow, Soul Stealers popping off with 5.2k. Pretty good. Light rays did a lot. Energy missiles did a lot. Warped attack did a ton of damage for only having 1 point. I should have been pumping that. You can tell. Necromancy was just a bunch of wasted points. Love that. Love that for us. Time field we picked up late and didn't get much to invest in it. And we were just killing everything by the time it showed up. These two were also insane. I think if we didn't have Inner Peace or Vampirism, we might have still lived from Purification or Reprisal. Win an attempt as Lorien using Bask in the Greatness talent. I believe I have all of his. No. Win an attempt with him using Whistling Arrow. Well, I don't really know why I'd want to do that, aside from I'll have to get the achievement. My shop is still effed up, I would say. At some point, it will be fixed, and I will see tier 2 items, but for now, it's kind of stuck this way. But anyways, I hope you guys like this video. I think next video is going to be Averon. I'm going to try and cook something up. I really want to play like a Zealadin, which seems to be possible. 100% attack damage, some aura stuff, some tankiness. It's pretty cool. But that's what I'm going to try for tomorrow. No promises, but that's the plan while I continue to unlock the other stuff. But anyways, hope you guys liked the video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube jazz. I appreciate you all for watching. And I will see you tomorrow. Later.